How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Woody Overton. And today, we're going to be doing part 2 of Justice for Hailey. Now, if you haven't listened to part 1, please go listen to it. This is being told in pieces as the Hailey's murder happened and then the investigation and everything that followed. If you go to your Apple subscriber and it's not in there, we're having trouble with the Apple. We're trying to get it fixed this week. And so what you have to do is unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and it'll automatically download. But hopefully we'll have all that fixed for all our episodes. The new show Cindy and I are doing True Crime Time for, and the original Real Life, Real Crime, which I'm still doing Scott Peterson, the state versus Scott Peterson. So just bear with us. We're working on it, and it's frustrating, and I get that. But this story, devil's got to fight, right? Because we're going to get justice for Hailey. Now, when I left you last on the first episode, I played the original 911 call. And what I want you to take away from that is you can hear Brooks, and he's sitting on the floor holding Hailey, and you can hear him saying, no, to me, it's fake crying. Oh, baby, wake up, baby, wake up. And then at one point he calls her a bitch. He said, bitch, wake up. So go back and listen to it again. That ought to tell you the mindset, right? And then we went into the interviews with Miss Barbara and Stella and Tyler, the Hailey's family that I did in Atlanta. And so you could get an idea who Hailey was as a person, how special she was, how awesome she was. And it just, any murder is tragic, but it's really, really hurts your heart, or you're not alive if you hear this family's pain. And, that's why we're doing this. Okay. So this episode, we're going to be starting with all regular listeners are going to get to hear the audio from the body cam of the second responding officer to Hailey's murder scene. Okay. And the audio part, we took out just a couple minutes of it because there's some time when he's standing around his car, not doing anything, stuff like that, not talking, and his camera is still running. But other than that, the whole video will be put up for Patreon and convicts. If you want to become one, you go to patreon.com, type in Real Life, Real Crime, or go to download the Real Life, Real Crime community app from the Apple Store for free and subscribe through there. I call them convicts or subscribers, and the video will be put up in there. It will briefly show the murder scene when the cop initially looks in. Okay. There's nothing nice about murder, and but there's no other way to do it than to show it. I can talk about it all day long, but when you see it and you see the blood spatter on the wall on the other end of the couch, and you see where Hailey's body is lying and all that, there's no way she got up off that couch and moved to where she was. All right. But I want you to listen to the audio. This is the first time you'll get to hear Brooks, where he wasn't on the 911 phone call where the guy called in, and he just listened to it. It's stupid. When they come in contact with him, the first officer will, they detain him, cuff him, and first officer ends up taking him to his car. But listen to what he says. Listen to how he says and what they're talking about. again, this is from the second officer's body cam that arrived on the scene. And I think is going to give you a real eye opener. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play that audio now. Now, remember, this guy's on duty. He's a young cop, and he gets the call to respond to this scene.
What you got for?
Copy to 57 at 2121 Twenty Hill Road.
Going to 62. This 62 is advised they may have one detained.
1241 10-4.
10-4.
Shells on the ground next to it. Alright, no shot from the hill. See the shot. Alright, come here.
Yeah, stand up.
Oh, please. Let's take over. Put your hands back. I know you see his head, but that. Yeah. Weapons on you? No. You let me search it? Go ahead. No problem. Can we get up top?
Yeah. Is your phone?
Yeah, it should be. Don't take it off. You have to see something as well.
Yeah, I'll grab them.
Alright. Where they at? Well, obviously, where at?
Well, what are they, Nikes? What?
Probably, on the right.
Sure, it's next to it.
There is a weapon to your right. It's all loaded.
Say what?
It's unloaded now.
Shotgun? Where are the shells at?
One round, one shell.
Shell next to it. Copy right next to her.
Where's she at?
Shell spent. Shell spent, right?
Yes, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Weapon was butt that way, muzzle this way, under the fur. Severe deformity to the face, splatter.
Okay.
She was turned a little bit more. We turned.
And the weapon was right here?
Yeah. Taylor, explain to him exactly how you found it.
I'll stand right here.
Okay.
They're doing a thing.
Right. Where exactly was it? Under?
Underneath these clothes right here.
All right.
And I kind of like moved him out of the way to grab it. But,
Okay. And nothing else was touched? Just the gun?
Just the gun, and she was turned from
But nothing else in the room?
No.
All right. I'm not aware. Can you go ahead and start the on-call? Detective. Yeah, I got you. Oh, hey, Thomas. Before you go up there, they'll probably already tell you. So when they found her, they just rolled her over. The shotgun went underneath her, and they touched nothing but the shotgun and the shell. Okay. And they had gloves on, okay? All right. Suspects in the car. Me and Thomas showed up. Obviously, fire was on scene. They have one. They have only touched two things in the house, which is the shotgun and a single shell. She's face down. Shotgun was underneath her. Completely 48, splattered over the wall.
Hey, 113, go ahead.
That's why I called the on-call detective. So. Who is it? I have no idea who it is. I just gave my number. They're all up there. All up there though. They're all up there though.
Where is it?
He's gonna stay down here because he's by himself in the car. I don't want him to. Top floor.
8131 cancel.
What's up? What's up? Fuck, dude. Fucking 48.
Oh shit.
Dude, shotgun in the head.
No fucking way.
Splattered over the wall.
Oh.
Go check it out. It's top floor. No. We were early cars. One of us.
8142, go ahead.
Hello? Officer Donaldson?
You can show me tonight.
Yes. Yeah, it's just the on-call detective. I don't know if it was Cobb or us, but there's a possible murder here where I'm at 950 Hudson Road. So we got on the scene. Fire was here first. The one thing that they removed from the apartment was the shotgun and the shell. And the suspect is in one of our vehicles right now, and it seemed to be a white female headshot to the, I would say, the upper left side of the head. And that's all we know right now. And the shotgun was found up underneath her on the floor. Yes. Should be Mary. That's why I was confused. I was like, I thought they were going to call the Marietta on-call detective. Yeah.
8122,
Yeah, all right, then don't worry about it. I'll try to figure out who's the on-call from Marietta.
136,
Yeah, I'm expecting. Okay, all right, I'll figure out who is the on-call from Marietta then. Sorry to bother you. Bye, man. 8141 radio.
8141, go ahead.
Can you have the on-call detective call me? I think Cobb PD's detective called me. I need Marietta's.
10-4. 31. Who's ever on call tonight, do you know? Yeah, 10-4, it's going to be Detective Nudie. He's clear and he's go ahead. 10-4.
8141 on radio. You can 1022 that. Detective code 8.
10-4. Direction travel is headed northbound.
Thanks, buddy.
Passing Delk Road.
Well, that's shit showing there.
Really?
Dead as fuck. Shotgun straight to the head. Suspect from the car. No, probably murder. Murder.
Word. Damn. I was like, I'm gonna come by and see it, and I'm like, oh, that's crime scene now, huh?
Yeah.
What, they got the husband?
I don't know who his boyfriend.
Oh.
Hey, we started a crime log yet? Yep. Oh, yeah. I bet he's enjoying that.
Who?
Fucking kid.
Because you don't have to do it.
No, he's just like, he likes the shit. Yeah.
Does he? What's in this apartment right here?
Yeah, top floor.
8112, I'll be primary on 62.
No! I wanted to do the murder and fucking we need to do that.
I know.
It's 39 to your. Alright, 10-4.
Thanks, Thomas.
Oh, man. That is crazy. Yeah, once I heard it, I was like,
copy 15.
I was like, what?
I mean, it started as a stroke, and then it came in like, no, shotgun to the fucking face.
It's going to be at 1785.
Hey, you can check it out. It's got to log into the logbook.
1785 Parkway.
Top floor on you'll see everybody up there.
In reference to a male, he's walking around a buggy, caller worried.
Unless you,
worried about him.
are you still 10-8?
Yeah, on the deck is a white male.
That's the thing.
Wearing right
You just gotta check it out and leave.
blue navy jacket with a white t-shirt.
Wow, Thomas. You took it.
Flight unit 10-9. 8111, 8311. I'm putting anything on the vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Can you log me in?
Huh?
Write my name down.
Yeah.
I gotta stay on here.
Well,
I thought I was gonna take it. I wanted the murder, bro.
you want it? You got it. You don't really have to. I mean, I'll ask Davis, but in my previous, when you start the log is whenever you start.
Oh, okay.
But
That
with
makes
it being
more
a
sense.
homicide, we'll probably do everybody. Which means
Watch
all those
that
fuckers you've been watching or nosy as shit want to go out there are going to be on it. They're going to work.
2121. I'm good. If it's over that unit, I'm going to be probably good.
You got any tissue in your pocket?
Tissues? Are you sick?
I am, but she wants some tissue to stay out there. Like, stop there.
No. Well, you'll be here for 8 hours.
Sorry, level single third.
Okay, so you just heard him, all right? And it's, yes, some of it is very crude, the things that he says to, you know, the other cops that show up on the scene and stuff. And yes, you have a right to be pissed off about that. But hey, y'all, changing my wardrobe from summer to fall, it's never easy. Luckily, Quince offers timeless and high quality items I adore, ensuring my wardrobe stays fresh and I don't blow my budget. And there's nothing easier than going to Quince and choosing these high quality items like cashmere sweaters from $50, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. The best part? All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman then passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, and I love that. I got the stainless steel Link Apple Watch band for $59.90. It's heavy duty, it's awesome, and it's like $100 less than I could find anywhere else. And I also got a 100% organic cotton fisherman quarter zip up sweater. The color is alabaster. Man, I can't wait to wear that this fall. And Cindy got the Mongolian cashmere boat neck sweater in heather gray. And I'm telling you, these are classic pieces at a fraction of the price. Make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/RLRC for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/RLRC to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/RLRC. You'll thank me later. Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it. And each officially licensed laser cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdown scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. What I want you to take away from that is listen when he first walks in and the first responders, the firemen and the paramedics, they tell them, in the video, you can see the shotgun because they removed it from the scene and put it on the stairwell. But the first responder tells the cops, I got here, he was there on the floor holding her, and the shotgun was underneath clothes underneath her. Okay. And the cop goes out and he tells everybody else, oh, the shotgun was underneath her body. He didn't say anything about the clothes, but that's very important because, and you can see in the video where the couch is basically across the room, and her head must have been towards the wall, the far wall away from the door, because that's where the blood spatter and everything is. And, but yet her body is on the floor facing, her head's facing the door, and it's far away from the couch as you can get. All right. And again, the shotgun was underneath clothes. Okay. You don't do that when you suffer shotgun blow to the head. And we'll get into that in, more detail later. What I want to do now is continue my interview with the family, and y'all listen to, the things, and it'll tell you up until the time of Hailey's murder, what her mindset was, and just more things about how awesome of a person she was and everything else. So I'm going to play that for you now. Y'all, we played the 911 tape at the beginning of the episode. And so you know, obviously, what happened on December 26th, according to Brooks Cleary. And I'm going to get into each piece of that. And we're going to break it down in the series and episodes. But what I do want to ask you, I want to ask both of y'all is, how did you find out that Hailey was, I mean, obviously it was a murder, but deceased?
Just the day after Christmas, and, she had texted me, a sweet text like normal. Have a great Christmas. Thank you so much. And
I'm sorry. Let's go back to that, because for leading up to that day, tell me about the Christmas holidays were fire, right? And y'all were talking about babies, and tell me about all that. Yeah. Tell me her state of mind other than dealing with the asshole.
Oh, she was so happy. And we went shopping, and so Stella and Brooks kind of went off on their own to go look for Hailey a present. And Hailey and I were wandering off, and she's looking at baby clothes and these cute little socks. And, she's like, oh, I can't wait. Let me go love these little tiny socks. So we were, she was just happy the whole time. I had finally borrowed enough and saved enough to buy her a car. And so she was really happy about that.
Right.
Super excited because she was going to get her own car.
Right.
Which would have given her a lot of independence from him.
Right. And then couldn't stand that.
Yeah.
And Stella, what do you remember about right around Christmas time? Or, but that, maybe, and this would probably be a hard question, but what is the last time you saw Hailey alive? And if you remember what the last thing y'all talked about or whatever, if you could say it.
I remember we were doing like arm wrestles on the table. We were saving one. And it was the first time I had won, because I was finally getting bigger than her, because I was getting bigger, and she's like a small thing. So I finally won, but she still could. She was stronger than me, but somehow.
And where we are arm wrestling at?
We were just at the table in the house, and everyone was in the room, and it was fine.
It was Christmas Day. They, Mazda, Brooks, and Hailey came over, and I made, big dinner. We had tons of food, and we ate, and we were watching, I don't even remember what movie we watched, but Hailey was so happy.
Yeah.
She was dancing in the kitchen, and she was doing ballet, but it was not.
Right.
We were laughing at her. We called it her interpretive ballet, but she
was so happy, and no signs on that day that it's the last thing in the world that you would expect. So real quick, y'all, as you get heard on the 911, Brooks is playing like he doesn't know what happened to Hailey, and we're going to get into all that. I'm going to Woody Overton, and I'm going to break it down step by step, but not with y'all, because you provided me with so much stuff. Basically, what he's saying is that he didn't even say that at that point. He's attempting to make it look like it's a suicide. Like Hailey shot herself with a shotgun, and we'll get into it. Put a shotgun, and this is nothing y'all haven't heard before. Put a shotgun in her mouth and kills herself in the split instant that he just goes into the room and changes clothes. But this is the day after you're talking about arm wrestling with your sister. This is y'all were talking about babies in a couple of days before going shopping. She's so happy that she's getting a car. She's going to be independent. She's working. From what I saw the trial stuff, I mean, her workers came in support of her every day. So she's got friends at work, but she's still in this relationship with Brooks, and he's now playing like he doesn't know it happened. right? And so at some point they come to contact y'all. Who told you?
That it was not the 26th, but the morning of the 27th.
Right.
And you know, I was half asleep when they knocked on the door, and we dog sit. And so during Christmas, we're full of dogs.
Right.
I had to put all the dogs up, and while I'm putting them up, I'm thinking, what could it be? You know, like
It was the cops at the door.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm hoping that it's an accident, but I just wouldn't let myself think
Right.
the bad thing. And so Stella got up and came in there, and Stella said, is my sister okay? And when she said that, they said, can you sit down? And that's when we knew.
Yeah. And it's okay to cry. You know, that's something, that's the hardest part, the hardest thing I ever did as a detective was go tell people their loved ones never coming home. But when they said that to you, I'm sure you asked what happened or why, or what did they say?
I only remember bits and pieces after that. It's like, I don't know. My mind just kind of shut down, and I sort of, I know they kept talking about, that she was shot, and,
So they told you that day that she was shot?
Yeah. And I mean, I knew he did it.
Yeah.
There was not a doubt in my mind, but I just don't remember a whole lot that was said. I know the detective kept talking about how they'd been up all night, but
So it was detectives that came to notify you. And Stella, do you remember what they said?
I remember everything.
You remember everything? Can you tell me, baby? Because I know, but I used to be, my purpose as a detective is to come not only notify you about Hailey, but I'm going to see if you have anything that you're going to tell me unsolicited about Brooks. So what happened when they came?
So they walked in, and I kept asking if my sister was okay. And then they said the whole sit down spiel, and they didn't make me sit down. I didn't sit down. And so I was standing at the back of the couch, and they made my mom sit down. And then they finally told us that, your daughter's deceased and was shot in the head with a shotgun, due to an intraoral shotgun wound. And, when they said the intraoral thing, it fully hit me that it was him. I thought at first when they showed up to the door that it was going to be he got them in a wreck because he was always drunk driving with her in the car, and she was always uncomfortable with it. But he never really he'd never stopped. So I thought they just got in a wreck, but then they said that. And then after that, things did kind of it kind of hit and kind of funky.
Shock. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything went kind of loud. And then I just remember, because all I could think about was my sister laying on that floor. And I remember asking him, I was like, so you've been around Hailey's body tonight, you were around her tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me with this dead cold stare. I'm like, yep. And smiled at me, and it was so disgusting and evil. And then I remember he asked me to go get a pen. And so I tried, my legs kind of locked up because I didn't sit down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to go get the pen, and then I fell. And then I finally got back up and got the pen. And then he gave the number, and we started talking and explaining how they have a feeling that it's Brooks, but they can't tell us that. And that I basically said, I know that it's Brooks. There's nothing else that could have happened. And I know what happened. And
no way that Hailey, I mean, y'all to tell me, is there any way that she would have took a shotgun, put it in her mouth, and killed herself?
Absolutely.
Right. And it's just stupid. But so they're telling you, and it hadn't been 24 hours yet, and you saying, I know it's Brooks, right? And they're saying, well, we think whatever. Say it again. They said something about Brooks, but we can't tell y'all that.
Yeah, well, they didn't even say that they thought he did it. They said that he gave the most bizarre interview.
Yeah, he was like, I've never seen something so bizarre. And he said something like along the lines of like, I think we all have an idea of what happened here, but, you know, we still have to investigate.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. They say they tell you that they're going to investigate it. Now, at this point, Hailey hadn't even gone for an autopsy. And so it really is an investigation. They would have worked the scene. They should have worked the scene and processed it, and certainly got interviews. I mean, look, y'all knowing would have been the last thing I would have done. Canvass apartments, getting all the statements, what's fresh in everybody's mind, and process the scene and do everything. You know, anytime you think it's suspicious death, then you just break out everything, right? Hey, ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore, because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone support and supplement. It's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC. Hey, y'all, let me tell you about Gobble. All Gobble meal kits are pre-prepped. That means less work for you and less waste in your kitchen. Their meal kits include everything you need so you can save time at the store or just skip that trip entirely. I got the box in and I had 3 different meals. I had a Kung Pao chicken, crispy fish tacos, and a beef bourguignon, however you say it. But let me tell you about the classic beef bourguignon. Look, it came with beef pot roast and a beef broth concentrate, red wine demi-glace, cremini mushrooms, cipollone onions, mashed potatoes, baby carrots, and rosemary thyme butter. It was so easy to make. Literally like 15 minutes it took Cindy. And let me tell you something, and all the dishes were fire, but this thing was like a taste explosion in my mouth. It's just unreal. We've got to spend more time together and more time doing the things we love because everything came in this one single box right to my door. So see what a difference Gobble will make for your household. Right now, they're offering my listeners a fantastic limited time deal. You get $120 off across 4 boxes plus free shipping and free cookies. And let me tell you, those cookies, I ate one that was sin baked and it was delicious. Go to gobble.com/real life. That's GOBBLE.com/real life for $120 off your first 4 boxes. This offer is not available on the home site, so don't miss out. This is genius. It's taste explosions in your mouth like you never had. Looking for cameras. I'm testing for GSR, and we'll get into that later. I'm looking for clothes that could have been changed, anything, especially, again, y'all, when you hear all this shit that comes out, is going to blow your mind. They would have done that, and her body would have had to have been, for lack of a better term, collected and bagged and sent to where they do the autopsies. So when they do that, they'll seal it up with a lock that has like the numbers on it. They'll photograph it, and for the autopsy, happens when they take her out for the autopsy. They have to verify that it's the same lock. It's what we were talking about before we started recording, the chain of custody, right? So that once they know that nobody could have planted any evidence on her body or anything like that, or taken any evidence away. But so all it's ongoing, having happened yet. And then y'all are being told about it. Was he arrested that night?
Yes.
And so they bring him in. They tell you it's all bizarre, and then we'll get into all that in a little bit. And did they say anything about what it was that made it bizarre that you can remember?
They wouldn't elaborate.
They wouldn't
I kept asking him, and they just would not further elaborate.
Yes, I get that. I'm not gonna throw shade on that because I wouldn't have done it either. So what happens now with y'all? That this is a day that you're never going to forget as long as you live. The most horrible day that you've ever had. And I'm talking about specifically like you've been told they leave. What happens?
I don't remember a whole lot at first. I know I called people. I don't remember it. And I just, I kept trying to, find out where she was. I couldn't stand the thought of her being in a corridor or something, so I tried to find out where she was, and of course they're not going to, they can't, but they wouldn't let me, go see her. And I mean, that's really, we were just in shock. I didn't have any idea what to do or what we needed to do right then. We were just in shock.
Stella, do you remember anything? Same thing.
Yeah, I just remember you were just crying a lot, and
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I was just sitting on the couch. I couldn't really like cry or anything or like feel anything. It was a shock at that point.
So there you have it. And my heart absolutely breaks for this beautiful family. And I know, y'all just stick with me. I'm going to, the next episode is going to have the first cop that responded, the one who actually put Brooks in the handcuffs and took him to his car. And there's a lot of personal interaction between the cop and him. And you got to hear what this guy is saying and what his mindset is. And you're really going to get pissed off. And then we're going to get into, other people that arrived on the crime scene and how they worked it and everything else. And as we go along, we'll be locking up those videos, and photographs and all that stuff for the Patreon and convicts. But I'm going to pick out the most pertinent audio parts to tell this story in the chronological order. And you're not going to believe where it goes. Okay. But please like and share. The most important thing is share. We've already got media attention coming in, and I talk to Miss Barbara and the family every day, whether it's text or by phone. We got people that are starting a petition and I'm not going to tell you about it yet because I don't want the cat to get out of the bag before we get there, but we're going to have a petition that's going to go around and everything else, and I'll explain it to you. But you got to share it. We got to share it, just like Courtney Coco's and Mary Pouchot's, and everybody shared. And when we brought the pressure in the end, we got the result that we wanted, right? And we're going to do the same thing for Hailey. And I just love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I know Hailey's family loves and appreciates each and every one of y'all. And look, they just moved like on Halloween from Atlanta to Florida, and they're in a spot. Their new home doesn't have good Wi-Fi or cell reception and stuff like that. And Miss Barbara, that's her name. And I was thinking, how funny her name is the same as Miss Barbara Blunt, which we're never going to forget about. Please continue to call in your tips on Miss Barbara Blunt. But Miss Barbara says to tell y'all that she loves you, and Stella and Tyler love y'all, and they are so appreciative that Hailey's story is finally getting the attention that it deserves. So please share. And anytime I comment on it on Facebook or TikTok or anything else, I'm putting hashtag JusticeForHailey. All right. And it helps with the search algorithms and stuff like that. And we need the whole world to hear this story so we can correct this injustice. All right. And that's it. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all tune into Cindy and I on True Crime Time 4 days a week. Of course, the Real Life, Real Crime original Scott Peterson, State versus Scott Peterson. I'll be finishing that in the next week or so. And just thank you for everything. We love y'all. Hashtag Justice for Hailey. And I'm Woody Overton, your host of Real Life, Real Crime, the podcast. Until next time or ever, don't let me catch you down on Murder by Peace.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.